Today on the channel, like a young Waylon Jennings, we're gonna shine with Captain Shiner Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Thundercats unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a captain, not Alex Rodriguez, not Captain Crunch, no, Captain Shiner. But for all your Captain Shiner Super 7 Thundercat needs, hit up Entertainment Earth, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, anything over $79 does ship free. You can also go to the Super 7 website, just like I did for this line, and put in code KyleP at checkout to support the channel. Always appreciated over there. But Captain Shiner here today, and one of those villains and cartoon guys from the 80s that you can always hear their voice, at least for me. I can hear that voice. I don't know if he had like a little bit of a Nazi takeoff thing, you know, I don't know. He just always kind of like a German accent there. It just made him seem kind of that way. I don't know, but a very grating voice, a very annoying voice, and I would say maybe even a top 10 or annoying voice from cartoons from the 80s, at least for me, where I sit, as you guys know, right here at this very YouTube table. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what old Shiner is up to, and I'm going to give him a Shiner. Oh, old-timey language. We got Captain Shiner here looking pretty small once again, and that's been my gripe with this wave. Just feels very undersized. And I don't know if it's because we've gotten so many giant figures like Slythe and Mumra and some of them, and maybe it makes these guys feel smaller. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? But we do got 3 heads on Captain Shiner right there. Thundercats logo. Big bubble window, of course. Nothing on the side that's any fun. On the back, of course, we got a little cross-sell, or no cross-sell. We got a little blurb action back there and glamour shots. See what it says about the old captain. As a master of the space liner Virtus, Captain Shiner is a mercenary who once lured Lino into a trap in the Sea of Stars for Mumra. Later, Captain Shiner proved himself more honorable than Mumra's other allies by helping the Thundercats escape from a black hole and nefarious artificial intelligence Neptune. Still, despite his principles, Captain Shiner and his Sea Raider crew remain soldiers of fortune. All the soldiers of fortune. Always watch out right there. But a little bit of a tweener there, but I view him as a bad guy. That's at least me, of course. See you later. Goodbye. All right, plastic prison time. The old Shiner, looking good, looking good. It looks like only one twist tie, so let's just get him out. Let's pop him out. Let's see what all the fuss is about. A very interesting character, of course. Really, when they were reaching, you know, they moved on between, see you later, the Mumras and the mutants and all that kind of stuff. See you later. Goodbye. They went over to some other characters, and we unboxed some of them, like Hachiman in this wave right here. But an interesting captain is old Shiner, of course. See you later. And an interesting one. Like I said, I can still hear his voice all the time. And right out of the package, very interesting, and we're going to talk about it here in a second. But let's dive through all these accessories. A lot of stuff going on here. We do got hands, of course. Got to have those extra hands. And he's got a little pointing finger. He's going to give you one of these. Hey, man. What's up, shooter? What's up, kid? What's up, partner? Hey, chief. Gonna give you one of those with that hand right there. Got 2 splayed out hands, and you got 2 fists of Captain Shiner Fury. And just in case you need to throw a fist or some punches and bunches, you can do that. But one neat thing about this figure that I totally spaced, totally forgot about, because let's be honest, Super 7 solicits these things, then anywhere from a year to a year and a half later, they finally arrive. You've kind of forgotten what you even bought at the time. And maybe if you're like me, that's what I did. But you can plug in different arms on him. So that's kind of cool. You got 2 gripping hands over here. But you got extra arms, which I don't think we've seen as part of this line before. And we'll talk about it when we get down to the figure here. We do got the Sword of Omens going on here. And it's covered up. That way you can't see. So good move on the Shiner's part right here. Silver, of course, the wrappings over the eye of Thundera. Then we get some handcuffs, one of those accessories you can use with different toy lines if you really wanted to. Some big old handcuffs right here, kind of a chain. No kind of about it. A real chain in between here. Glad it's not just like a plastic thing. I mean, it's probably plastic, but at least it's moving around a little bit. So I like little handcuffs. Everybody loves little handcuffs from time to time. And then, of course, he's got this little gun. It almost looks like a radar gun. It's like he's sitting there and boom, oh my gosh, that guy's going too fast. He can't drive 55 like a young Sammy Hagar, that's for sure. But we do got that going on as far as a weapon. Now we get down to the old Shiner himself, and a lot of people don't know this, and somebody fact check it if you want, but Captain Shiner named, of course, they named a beer after him, and it was called Shinerbach. Yeah, it's a true story out there. I remember it from my college days. I remember saying, no way, really? The Thundercats character? Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I wouldn't fact check that, but if you want to, I'm not stopping you. But we got Mr. Shiner right here looking very interesting right out of the package. He's got this, let me see here. Oh, okay, that plugs in. He's got a monocle, and I haven't seen a monocle this good since my days of working with Mr. Peanut. Me and Mr. Peanut, a lot of good times back in 2000, let me do the math here, 2007 to 2015, I was all on team Planners, team Mr. Peanut. I would wear a monocle from time to time when I was repping old Mr. Peanut. I was basically his handler at the time. It was an amazing time, but of course, shout out to Kraft Foods and the old comrades. They had Kraft Foods back in the day. But a beautiful monocle right here. He does got the head of a bulldog mixed with a pile of mashed potatoes. That's kind of what his head looks like to me. Very interesting looking. He's got, I don't know what's going on, but a very interesting head, no doubt about it. But very interesting, very stern look on the face of this one. But we get extra heads here, and we get a little smiling one, a little teeth showing going on there. And of course, this little antenna plugs into each different, it'll just plug in there for you. So that is nice. And then this other one, oh yeah, this is the one I'm using. It's got all the personality. He's got his tongue out. Everybody loves the little tongue. He's got some tongue going on there. Got the monocle, got all that going. So really at the end of the day, Captain Shiner, choose your own adventure. But the big thing on this one here is his arms. They go up and down, of course, but he's got the crossed arms here. So he's just soaking it all in. He's like Kyle looking at the store aisle at shelves. It's like my day job. I sit there in that aisle and I just look. I just look at those aisles. And I just give it one of these, and I ponder it. I look up and down. I look at the shelf tags. I look at the set. I look at the planogram, and I say, something's amiss. Something's amiss here. Something needs to be done. We need more space here. We need less space here. We need to move from the top shelf to the middle shelf. It's just schematics at the end of the day. It's one of those things you just get deep concentration. I'm sure that's what Captain Shiner is doing right here. He also can put his arms up and down a little bit. He can do a little bit of an I Dream of Genie thing. He can do one of these if he needs to. He can create a wish. Or if he's really bored, he can give you one of these. Oh my gosh, what are we doing? He can give you one of those if he needs to here. So we do get some personality out of these arms. But now how easy are these arms to pull off? And what do you know? Very easy to pull off. They just come right off. And you could pretend like Lion-O chopped his arms off with the Sword of Omens if you wanted to. And then you just very easily plug these other ones back in. So that's kind of neat. But you should probably plug in the right arms at the right time. That's a pro tip right there. Put the left where the left goes, right where the right goes. But that works. That actually works pretty well. Boy, now I'm kind of debating how do I do it. But I feel like it gives him a lot of personality with those arms crossed. So I think I will probably leave it that way. But definitely like the option there. I think that is something different. That's something we've really never got from Super 7, at least in a figure that I've reviewed. So I do like that. I do like that. But Captain Shiner here in a bit of a space jumpsuit, I guess. A very gray color with some red piping, some purple boots, some purple gloves going on. Very basic-like figure here. He's got a sash over the top in yellow. Looks interesting. Of course, arms go all the way around. You get the bicep cut, single jointed elbow, side to side. You also get the hands, of course, back and forth, side to side. Waist articulation and ab crunch, so you don't get a ton of movement out of that ab crunch, though, but it is there. You get a little of those Captain Shiner splits if you really need them. Legs do go up. Single jointed knee, side to side. Ankles, back and forth, up and down, really hard, really tight. You might have to heat those up a little bit. Oh, I'm losing the arms. I didn't have them in there tight enough, I guess. You got to really put them in there, it looks like. I just kind of laid him in there, and I guess you gotta give him a couple of twists in there to get him really tight. So he does fit there. And of course, does he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Look at that. He's taking his last and final stand right there, ready to go. But Captain Shiner, an interesting one. Like I said, hate his voice, though. I can hear it in my head right now, and it's just one of those voices that just like nails on a chalkboard for you. But look how small he is next to Lion-O. What are we doing here? He's just a little guy. I don't remember him being that little, just like Hatchiman and Alluro. I remember them being bigger. Maybe not always bigger than Lion-O, but really feels very short right here. What do you think, Todd McFarlane? Is he short for you too? Oh, yeah, he's way shorter than Todd McFarlane. He says, hey there, buddy. Guy with the monocle is always a friend of mine. Let's put up the peace sign together. Yeah, let's get a picture. Captain Shiner and Todd McFarlane together at last. The dream team we never knew we needed until right now. That's what that is, but very undersized to me. You guys, I'd be interested in your thoughts. Sound off in the comments below if you feel the same way with his Captain Shiner, that he's a bit undersized, especially compared to old Lion-O here. But an interesting character. Some new arms. It's a very interesting thing. 3 head sculpts. Not sure if we really needed 3, but I guess we'll take them. And some interesting accessories along the way. So Captain Shiner, latest and greatest from the Thundercats. Be interested to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Always helps to thumbs up the channel. Thumbs up the video. It goes a long way. You guys know that. So make sure you do thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and the other YouTube channel. Dangerously close to 41,000 subscribers as I am filming this. Appreciate all the support there. Check out the Patreon for early access to all the videos, including this one. All the glamour shot images ahead of time. Pizza reviews, dog stuff, monthly Q&As, monthly giveaways. It's all going down over there in the old Patreon channel. Appreciate all the support. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget social media, SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the great Captain Shiner, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.